We already mentioned Alex Ovechkin in the sleeper read, but he is 11 goals away from breaking Wayne Gretzky's record. He continues to score at an alarmingly strong rate, even for a guy that is nearly 40. He's playing against St. Louis tonight. There's no reason to think at this point, if he can stay healthy, that he's not going to break this record this season.
Yeah, but doesn't he have to go into, what do they got left? They got 23, 22?
Somewhere
in that neighborhood.
I believe that was
probably.
57.
So every other game?
Or 58.
Every other game he breaks it, I guess?
Yeah.
I mean, kind of hard to think he won't, but.
They keep saying, by the way, I'm not a conspiracy theory guy, but people keep saying that he seems to be out in a lot of empty net situations.
That's what I said.
They're a good team. Well, you're also a conspiracy theory guy.
Edmonton's down by 3 goals with 2.5 minutes to go in the game, and they pull the goalie, and he scores an empty netter.
Yep.
I'm like, please. But, I mean, I don't know how you think you're coming back, but maybe that's not the point.
Luds, are you ready for my conspiracy theory that you're going to love? So Washington's going to lock up the top seed in the East with like 5 games left. They're going to spend 5 games trying to overly feed him the puck. He will get the record this year in the final 5 games of the season. They are going to spend so much time in those final 5 games because they have nothing left to play for but the record. It is going to completely botch their stuff, and they're going to lose in 5 in the first round.
And then what they're going to do is they're going to get down by a couple goals all the time so they can pull the goalie, right?
Extra attacker.
And then you can get Ovi out there to take a few more shots. So.
Sean, Francis Wauthier was also 48.
Ooh, Frankie.
There was somebody on the island or in Buffalo that I thought was a 48.
But not, well, Danny Briere was 48.
Briere, there you go. That's Philly, but yeah.
But not with the Stars.
No, not with the Stars.
Yeah, yeah.
I didn't hear that part. Well,
That's
I wasn't
what we're-
listening again. I was thinking about
That's about right.
his shopping cart.
Yeah.
So the Winnipeg Jets won their 11th game in a row. It's a franchise record. They just don't lose. Well, they won their first, was it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 games, I think it was, and went 15 of 16 to start the year. Now they have another one. Luds, I remember when they were on that hot streak at the beginning of the year, and you said they are going to fall off the pace at some point. And they did. They came back to earth.
Not much.
Yeah, not a lot.
No, but they did slow down a little bit, and then the gap between Minnesota, Dallas, Colorado, and them closed a bit. Not now.
They've impressed me all year long. And that's not even the point with us, and it's not the point, especially with the people in Winnipeg. They're all thinking they're gonna have this great season, and they're gonna get to the first round of the playoffs or the second round, and it's gonna be a Toronto Maple Leaf kind of thing. Well, they're gonna lose, and I don't know. I mean, I kind of think that too. I kind of think that they can get beat in the first round. I don't even know who they're gonna play, but I think if they win that. Whoever they play and they win that round, say 4 games, we'll see, 4-2, something like that. That's going to go, Or more importantly, Hellebuck has a really good first round, and that may just kind of snowball into something.
The only positive for not for them because they have a lot
for
of
Dallas,
but for what you're saying that I don't think they'll lose in the first round because I'm a big believer they're going to fall off
because
too.
they're
going to play Vancouver or Calgary or something like that. It's going to be a huge difference in the teams. Now the second round.
Now if
second
they're
round is going to be
like
Vegas,
that, though,
Edmonton,
then that
LA,
becomes a problem.
Yeah, but they're just glad they're not seeing Colorado again.
Why would they get Vegas or Edmonton in the second round?
No, I just meant in general after the teams that are the teams on top of Vancouver are 10 times better than
the way you're laying this out, how is it not Dallas and Winnipeg in the second round?
No, it would be. All I meant was that those other teams in the division are 10 times better than the 8 seed, basically.
Yeah.
The Stadium Series resumes with another outdoor game on Saturday at the Horseshoe, Ohio Stadium, where the Ohio State Buckeyes play their home football games. Detroit at Columbus. The crowd is expected, according to the NHL, to be over 90,000, which would pass the Cotton Bowl Winter Classic, which was in Dallas, 85,630. That was the second largest outdoor game in NHL history. Do you guys, I'm going to ask Sean first because he was just in Columbus. Do you have a problem with the timing of this outdoor game being in early March?
I Cam Talbot has a problem with the timing. The Red Wings goalie. I talked to Cam Talbot earlier this week about it. And this is actually his 8th NHL outdoor game. Because JVR is also playing it, he will not catch JVR. JVR is playing in his 9th outdoor game in this one. And this is it'll be a great event for the city of Columbus. It'll be a great event for hockey down there. But it is this is a playoff style game for two teams right there. And it's Cam Talbot told me, you know what, I'd prefer to play indoors right now. So I think the outdoor games are fun. They're like concerts. They're like local regional events, but the timing is kind of weird. It's March 1st. It's I know the NHL is going to make a big deal about it, but I feel like outdoor games shouldn't be in March. I'll just put it that way. I feel like they should probably be in months where it's actually cold across and you don't get mid-Ohio weather and unpredictable Ohio weather then.
Was the New Jersey Stadium Series last year, was that also March? I was just trying to remember. It was February? Okay.
It was February.
The venue for an outdoor game in Ohio Stadium is great. The fact that Columbus finally gets to participate in one is also great. But I agree. The timing on this is tough because I know all the games count the same, but this is start to be playoff push, lads. We're a week away from the trade deadline. I know that supposedly all 2 points count the same, but that's not how the players look at it.
Yeah, and there'll be a big thing about it, right? And there should be. So that's the only thing for me. I'm over the outdoor games. But I don't care what time.
But for that market, for Columbus, it's great. For people going to that game, it'll be a great experience. But as far as a nationalized, and it shouldn't be made, Sean made the concert reference. It's, if you're a huge fan of Metallica, you probably aren't going to every concert they do around the globe. But if they have one in Dallas, you're probably going. Or maybe you're not.
Yeah, but I'll be backstage.
You'll be lining up out here.
I'll be backstage.
House of that's why.
Well, no, that's my thing is I don't like the crowds. I can't stand it. I don't like getting into them. I don't like getting out of them. I don't like waiting in a line for a beer. If you're going to sit in up in a booth or something like that, yeah, that's okay.
I'm not surprised. This is obviously not real, but I'm with Ohio State-Michigan rivalry. I'm surprised they didn't just break every fire code possible in that stadium to beat Michigan on the record attendance for the outdoor game.
They don't think they can.
Speaking of fire codes, Sam, actually.
See, I knew there'd be a non sequitur here.
The reason. No,
that's a segue.
No, but he's going to talk right into that one break you got to hit.
This is a segue. By the way, if you're watching on our television platform, thank you for joining us.
Not yet.
No.
That would have been awesome.
Too early. It's funny, but not quite.
The reason it took Columbus so long to get a game at the Horseshoe was because the building wasn't winterized. The bathrooms and the piping, Sam, were not ready. We're not ready for the winter. So the NHL could not do an outdoor game there until Ohio State had upgraded the plumbing in case it was freezing where the plumbing could be turned on. So that's a segue, Sam, not a non sequitur.
Excellent.
By the way, this is just trolling
Segways
John.
The things you ride around on
in the chat, Prime Crusader said the Bruins had 2 goalies on amazing runs and still choked in the first round.
Sentence lacks context, but technically true.
Yes.
Ouch.
Well, that goes back to the Jets and the Hellebuck and all that. So
and
I would like to point out, to John's credit, he still put that on the screen, even though that probably hurt him to do so.
He's sad but fair.
The chat's been chirping me, and Discord and everything has been chirping me about the Bruins when I've been saying for like 6 months that I want them to lose as many games as possible.
John wants them to tank for
I never
Shedeur
watch them
Sanders.
anymore because I have to watch the Stars every night with you people.
That's right, with us people.
Who are you people?
With you people.
Who are you people? I know, I sounded like Don Cherry for a second there.
It was good. Lud, you've skated on a couple outdoor rinks. Cotton Bowl, you did one, was it?
Oh, we were in Edmonton for one, and we were in Calgary for one. Well, they were Heritage Classics, I think.
I know you don't get overly nostalgic for things, but was that, playing outdoors?
The first one, the original. I got to play in the original outdoor game, I guess what you call it, Heritage.
The Heritage one up, yeah.
It was because it was Edmonton, and all the great guys were there and things like that. So it was like 25, 30 below. That was the only downside of the thing. But it was a great event. It was nice to be with those guys and, to be able to hang with the best players in the world for me.
Did you wear eye black?
What?
Did you wear eye black or anything like that?
My eyes are naturally always black, Sam.
Still just recovering from the night before.
And that is a perfect segue. Excellent. Sean, do you want to do it? No, I'll do it.
No,
Thank you to our everyone who joined on our television platforms, make sure to like and subscribe here on the pod and check out alldlls.com. Okay, back to the show. I have one final thing to talk about, and it involves Luke Schenn, as Luddy brought up earlier, and his brother Brayden. And this is really cool. So we're going to play a little trivia game for you guys. You can work together as a team. Luke Schenn has played 1,000 games. He did so in October. Brayden Schenn against the Washington Capitals.
Caps.
We talked about Ovi.
Oh, yeah.
Will play his 1,000th game tonight. They will become the 8th set of brothers to have each played 1,000 or more NHL games in their careers. They will be the first to do it in the same season, which is pretty cool.
That's pretty cool.
These two, and Luddy, you talk about cold. These two Saskatoon natives grew up playing in minus 35-degree weather. Can you name the other 7 sets of brothers, NHL veterans, that have each played over 1,000 games? And I
played with a couple.
Yeah, you did.
Kevin and Darian.
Hatchers, that's one.
Stalls for
Brent
what? Stalls.
The three stalls: Eric Jordan and Mark.
Brent Sutter
Do the Stalls
played with either Richie or Ronnie, I think. I
With-
played with Pop.
It's
I played with
Ron
Brent.
and Brent Sutter. That's 3.
I played with Rusty. So Russ
You gotta
Cardinal and
say-
Jeff.
Jeff and Russ Courtnall. That's 4.
And there was
We're missing 3.
there was the brothers who won a cup together in Anaheim. One
the
was
Mike
a
Ludds.
defenseman. Right? One was a defenseman. Niederreiter.
Not
Niederreiter.
Niedermeyer. Scott and Rob Niedermeyer. That's 5. That means there are 2 more brother pairs that have done it that you guys have not.
Who's the dude in Minnesota? Zaki.
This guy's on fire.
Zacko?
Yeah,
Koivu?
the Koivus.
Sacco Koivu.
And his brother
was his
Mikko.
brother's name?
Mikko and Sacco
Yeah.
Koivu. So that's you're missing 1 now. And
Is it recent? Or?
yeah, fairly recent. They are retired.
I should know.
But you should think, if you want a hint, think Western NHL team. Pacific Division.
Was it in Calgary?
No. Farther west.
Seattle.
Hawaii.
No, that's the Sedins then.
It is.
Ah.
Henrik
Yeah,
and Daniel
okay.
Sedin.
I should have had
We
that.
should have had that one right away.
I would like to thank
That was
the other
all
2 for
him.
being here while Luds
Yeah,
won the
thanks for
trivia
helping.
question.
guys.
I corrected his incorrect
Fantastic.
names, but I didn't know.
Let's do
Wow.
I didn't
Yeah.
bring any. Well done.
We mentioned-
What did you say about Stalls? There was 3 of them?
Three.
Yes, so Eric,
That's pretty
Jordan,
cool.
and Mark.
That's
Three Saul
Are they the
brothers.
only ones?
Yeah, that's cool.
Obviously,
2 of them still playing.
I'm saying they're the only ones that have 3.
I mean, it
According to
says
that
there's
list,
8
yeah.
sets of brothers now that Braden will have played
That's actually
tonight.
cool.
It's cool.
And they're the only
Yeah,
one
and
of 3, but that's really cool.
I know it's not in the NHL too, but this year, Ryan O'Reilly's older brother, Cal O'Reilly, hit 1,000 career games, and it was actually it was a pretty cool thing. I don't know if you've seen the picture of that, and Owen will appreciate this. There's nothing more AHL, and I give Stephen Meserve credit for pointing this. There's nothing more AHL than Cal O'Reilly hitting his 1,000th career game in a school day game that started at 11 a.m.
Oh, no.
So
I've been a part of a few of those over the years. Yeah. There's something really weird about going to the rink at 9:30, 10
There
o'clock
was-
in the morning. And
there was
And
a
then-
9 a.m.
how about the
Are you ready for-
departure? Because most of the time
Yeah.
with those school day games, they have to leave before the game ends.
So
And this has
today-
happened to me in minor league baseball too.
Yeah.
First 5, 6, 7 innings, you got a sellout crowd. Then they all load the buses and leave to get out of there. And the last 2 innings or the half of the third period, it goes from raucous, awesome atmosphere to like completely dead crowd.
There was a game today in the USHL between between Youngstown and Green Bay. In Green Bay, 9 a.m. local start. 9 a.m. That's the earliest school day game I've ever seen. Like that was
9 a.m. for what?
A USHL
Hockey
game.
USHL game. They played at
If
9.
you-
this
Nothing
Here's-
gets me more fired up than a 9 a.m.
Here's the
hockey
problem with that, because if you're talking about getting your pregame meal and your routine at
the night before.
Are you are you getting up at 2 a.m.?
No.
You get up at midnight so you can still
Or
get a nap in.
are you eating a big meal before bed and then like how you
2
get
a.m. You're getting in at 2 a.m. You have a greasy burger, some fries, and a shake.
Take a nap.
You get 3 hours of sleep, and then you go to the rink.
Luddy's ready to go.
Body by Ludds.
I love that. Oh, so great. Just keep it going.
Old school.
I need a
Yeah.
Miller Lite.
So anyway, yeah, it would be interesting. You know, Luddy brought up Luke Schenn earlier about could the Stars go after something like that. It would certainly fit a role depth guy that maybe you're not starting, but if somebody gets hurt, he goes in. I think Brayden Schenn would be an interesting add too. Now that's going to be a difference in cost,
where
but
where does he fit?
that's, I mean, he can play center, he can play
the
wing.
wing, I guess, yeah.